Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, y'all? Second time recording this, so we're gonna do it quick. Apparently, IG only lets videos under 20 minutes now, but as always, we're going long live my brother Sway. Um, we got some fights to talk about, man. Do the screen share. All right, y'all, man. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. Let's start out from the top, man. We're gonna talk about UFC 321. We got Tom Aspinall standing at 6 foot 5 inches. Man, has he filled into the frame at heavyweight over the years. 8 significant strikes landed per minute. 32 years of age compared to Cyril Gane, who is 35 years of age and 6 foot 4. Cyril Gane will have a slight reach advantage at 3 inches, 3 inch reach advantage. Both guys fight out of orthodox. Tommy can switch it up, so can Cyril, and fight out of southpaw sometimes. Significant strike accuracy is pretty close. You got 68.53 for Tommy, and you got 63.22% for our boy Cyril Gane from France. 100% takedown accuracy for Tom Aspinall in the UFC. Ridiculous. 25% takedown accuracy for Cyril Gane. And 1.63 subs per 15 minutes for Tommy, and 3.27 takedowns per 15 minutes for Tommy. Guys, I think Tom Aspinall's, like one of the best heavyweights to ever. I think he'd beat John Jones. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think he finishes this fight rather early. I can see him being a little bit more patient with Cyril. Um, just because Cyril does pose, he doesn't have really knockout power, one punch knockout power. He's gonna kind of have to get some volume in and then kind of break you apart. But as you guys can see, I like Aspinall to get the TKO here. I like him to get a finish here. I think he can even submit Cyril if he just implements the wrestling as soon as John Jones did. I think he's gonna be really motivated to finish the fight in the same way John Jones finished Cyril Gane, to show that, look, I'm the one you're like. Tom Aspinall and John Jones should be the fight that's going to be made, but Tom Aspinall just never seen a heavyweight move like him. Never seen such a well-rounded heavyweight. Cyril Gane is a very talented kickboxer, uses his range well, but he also lost his last fight, which is Alexander Volkov, in my opinion. That's what the decision was a gift to him. Um, Low output can't be low output against like versus a guy like Tommy. Only way Tommy loses is if it's fluke, man. That's all I gotta say. Cyril Gane, I don't know. Cyril Gane's gonna have to like put a nice 1-2 together and get him on the ground. But even then, I don't think Tommy goes lights out. You'd really have to put Tom lights out, and even a TKO, like getting him to the ground. Like Cyril Gane doesn't have that killer instinct to just go and kill a fight. Who's he knocked out? Tai Tuivasa and Derek Lewis. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think those are the two fucking. He's 6-0 when it comes to knockouts. He's got 3 submission wins on there. His belt, 10-2 in the UFC, but he's split decision against Volkov, where so little output. Beat Sergey Spivak as he should. Loses to John Jones like a little bitch. Um, Beats Tai Tuivasa, a really close fight with Francis Ngannou. Um, and like Derek Lewis made it to the third round against him. Alexander Volkov, he beat him in the first fight unanimously, but Volkov has since, like from this fight to this fight, the gap in which we saw Volkov improve versus how we saw Cyril Gane improve was just nothing. You know what I mean? It was. And then I remember this boring ass unanimous decision. I was watching it at my stepdad's house. He's scared to get hit. He's gonna play the range game. If Cyril Gane wins this, it's gonna be by decision, bro. And he's not gonna be able to stop the takedowns. Tommy's bigger than him. So the line moved from like -500 to like -340 on Tom. I would even put fucking $1,000 on Tom. That's how confident I am. But it's heavyweight, so anything can happen, man. I got Tom Aspinall. I got Tom Aspinall and winning in the third round. Um, I like the spread. I like everything about. I think Tom's gonna whoop on him, man. You know, he's just more well-rounded fighter. I know sometimes shit don't go the way it seems, but Tommy should get this done. Let's go. Speak Polish too. We ain't never going against him. Um, Co-main event. Verna Yandridova taking on Mackenzie Dern's fine ass. She been looking good this week, ain't she? um, Mackenzie Dern, 5'4", 115 pounds, 32 years of age, 63-inch reach. She fights out of orthodox stance. Excuse me. She fights out of orthodox, man. Both girls fight out of orthodox. Verna is a patient striker. She's looking to get the ground to the fight. She only lands 2 significant strikes per minute. Mackenzie Dern lands 3.31. She is 60% accurate with these strikes, though, compared to uh, Mackenzie, who's closer to 53%. And this is why I unloaded a clip on Verna. Per 15 minutes, Mackenzie Dern averages less than one takedown per fight. And she is a grappler. She is not known for her striking. She got knocked the fuck out by Jessica Andrade. Pieced the fuck up. Not like Jessica Andrade is the best fucking striker in the world. You know what I mean? Jessica Andrade is very, very much reliant on her power. Um, to have less than a takedown per 15 minutes is really crazy. Especially when you got a 1.2 sub per 15-minute average. I think, you got 2.37 takedowns, almost 2.5 takedowns per 15 minutes for Berna. You have 33% takedown accuracy, which is not great, but she does not give up on those takedowns, man. She doesn't. She will get it. She will keep trying until she gets it, and she will get it. And 1.81 sub average here. Third degree Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt, second degree Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt. The grappling is going to offset. It's who's going to be the better striker here. And Mackenzie Dern has shown to get fucking knocked the fuck out before. Jessica Andrade, UFC 285, when Alex Pereira was the main event for Sujiri for the first time. I was in Vegas for the fight. Yeah, guys, I am all over Berna here. I might be wrong though. I know the UFC definitely wants Mackenzie to win this fight. Really does. I mean, just look at her. You know what I mean? Girl, she's like shaped like a fucking Greek goddess. You feel me? Um, and she bad. She's just bad. But moving on, I got Verna and the co-main. Verna, new, come on, get it done for your boy. And moving on, y'all. Umar Magomedov, fighting out of Russia, taking on Mario Batista, currently on an 8-fight win streak. Both guys have a 69-inch reach. Umar is 5'8", while Mario Batista is 5'9". Mario Batista can fight out of orthodox and southpaw, while Umar is just going to be in the orthodox stance. 4.38 strikes per minute for Umar, 6.13 strikes per minute for Mario Batista. But Umar does have a higher accuracy with the significant strikes, coming in at 63% versus Mario Batista's 54%. Takedown average per 15 minutes, 3.26. You know why it's not higher? Because guys can't get up on Umar. Simple as that. Only guy who really, even Corey Sandhagen couldn't do that shit, and Corey Sandhagen has amazing get up game. Um, while Mario Batista, he tries for the takedowns, 1.67 per 15 minutes. Umar has almost a 40% takedown accuracy, and Mario Batista basically 1 for 3 on the takedowns, 32%. Um, Umar doesn't go for many subs. I see this being more of a I'm all over the spread here, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Just all over the spread here. Um, -5.5, -135 odds. I think you can even go -7.5 with this fight. I know Mario Batista is really tough, but -7.5 for Umar Nurmagomedov is plus money. Basically, he has to get a finish or win inside the distance. So whenever I see plus money like that in a fight, when a guy is -700, in my opinion, he is gonna dominate that fight. I know Mario Batista's on an 8 fight winning streak, but he should have lost to Jose Aldo. Patchy Mix sucks, so that was the guy he fought last. He's though like Umar's last couple levels of competition were just crazy. Wow, this guy's fighting an aging Jose Aldo, and he's not winning in convincing fashion, Mario Batista. But he's really good. He's really well rounded. But I just think Umar is a different beast. I think it's Marab, Umar, and you got like Corey Sandhagen, Peter Yan, and then you got Mario Batista, Marcus McGee. I think Mario Batista is gonna be fighting Marcus McGee after this fight. Alexander Volkov. This line was at -245. It has since gone down. It is now +154 for Volkov, -185 for Jalton. It's gonna be tough to stuff Jalton's takedowns. He's so relentless with them. He averages 6.58 per 15 minutes on 60% accuracy. Does not give up. Averages 2.41 submission attempts per 15 minutes. Um, just a terrible matchup for Volkov. He's 6'7", but really I just saw Tom Aspinall say he's closer to 6'9". When a guy's that tall, it's easier to take him down because he has such a high he's so tall. It's really hard to stay on balance, especially against a strong guy like Jalton. Jalton is gonna be a little bit lighter in the fight though. I don't know. I mean, Volkov has been submitted before, right? So it's like Volkov can get submitted in this fight. He can knock out Jalton because Jalton Almeida's striking is just awful, like so fucking bad. And Jalton really just made a mental error by letting Curtis Blades just hammer fucking fist him in the head for fucking 10 minutes straight. But he probably should have won that fight. He had at least 5 takedowns in that first round. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. I think Jalton Almeida gets a decision here, boys. He's 34 too. It's like Volkov definitely needs to win this fight. He got robbed in his last fight, in my opinion, but he should. I just think they wanted Cyril Gane to win. I don't know, man. This is a tough fight to call because we've seen Jalton Almeida kind of stop the like stop. He hasn't really fought a striker that's as good as Alexander Volkov. I mean, he has 13 submission wins, 8 wins by knockout. He's 8-1 in the UFC. He got a TKO versus Sergey Spivak. He fucked up Alexander Romanov. I mean, that hammer fist loss is just crazy. He took Derek Lewis to unanimous decision. I see Volkov probably a lot of these were 5 round main events too, or some of these were, you know what I mean? So it's like Almeida to win by submission is +140. For him to win by decision is plus 450. I think Alexander Volkov is going to survive on the ground. I think he can maybe catch him because his striking is so bad. But if he survived against Derek Lewis, Romanov, you guys got to remember Volkov was fucking Derek Lewis up till Derek Lewis landed that punch, and Almeida was fucking up Curtis Blades until those hammer fists came in and just fucking he didn't know what to do. But it all depends on Volkov's fucking takedown accuracy. You know, like you gotta look at. I gotta look at. It. Just see. Let's just see the. So how many fights did he have in 2024? Because this is his first fight in 2025. He fought three times. He fought Sergey Pavlovich, which was a close fight. All right, so this is a good example right here. 0 for 1 on takedowns against Tai Tuivasa. Romanov was not able to get a takedown on him 0 for 5. Romanov is not as good of a wrestler as Volkov, though. See, like 0 for 5 again. That's Tommy got 2 for 2, but that's Tommy Aspinall. Jailton Almeida is a great grappler, y'all. I think he's gonna get the takedowns. Maybe the prop is over 1.5 takedowns for fighter props. I like that for Jailton Almeida. Over 1.5 takedowns is minus 135 odds. I'll take that. I'll take that all day right now. Um, Moving on, y'all. So I'm gonna go Jailton Almeida. His line is moving lower. I think people think Volkov can beat him and can knock him out, but I do think he's just gonna lay and pray. I think he learned his lesson against against Curtis Blades in that fight, and he knows he can just get guys to the ground, kind of like Hamza, and just ragdoll them and do whatever he wants with them. Although Volkov is a steep level in competition for the guys. Moving on, y'all. Just so this fits on the freaking YouTube on the what's it called on the Instagram and the YouTube page. I'm gonna go quick because I fucking broke this shit down already. But I got Alexander Rakic in this fight, purely because of this freaking reach advantage, 78 to 71 and a half. Bro, you're 5'10" fighting at light heavyweight. What are we doing? I know you're undefeated, ranked 14th in the world, but this is going to be a steep level of competition jump. 11 wins by knockout for Azamat, 1 win by submission, and 3 by decision. He beat Brenson Hiberio, Alonzo Menefield. Dustin Jacoby's a great win in retrospect because Dustin Jacoby is really good. He's a really good glory kickboxer. Um, Devin Clark's not. It's 7 o'clock. Great win. Beat Andre Muniz in United Caucasian Fight Championship 1. Um, Azamat's gonna run into Rakic here, and I think Rakic is a dog. I think he was baiting Yuri until he got clipped. He was winning against Bohovic until he wasn't. Then Magomad's a tough fight for anybody, so especially with his takedowns. 3 fight losing streak. I think he's gonna be really hungry to get back in that W column. I'll even go as far as to say as I think that Rakic can get this done inside the distance. So maybe TKO bet for Rakic. I don't hate it. I think Rakic gets this one done simply based on his size compared to Azamat. 5'10", you can't be fighting at light heavyweight, man. Real quick on this one, I love Nasrat here, despite the reach disadvantage. He's fought so much of the better competition. Killian's still 25. He's still got a lot to learn. I feel like you're not in your prime until you're at least 28. But going to his split decision with Esteban Ribovic, really good fighter. beating Jared Gordon, knocks out Jamie Malarkey. His only losses recently are fucking King Green and Dan Hooker. And then he beats Rafa Garcia, beats Munoz, and then he gets knocked out by Drew Dober, which is fucking understandable. One of the most knockouts. But I think this guy has improved so much. Currently on a 5 fight win streak. I think it's gonna go to 6, y'all. Nasrat Haqparast is the pick for this fight. Moving on, keep it short and sweet. I love Iron Turtle, but I think Ikram gets back in the winning column here. I think Ikram wins this fight rather easy. I'm not gonna lie. I think he has been. It was. I think after getting knocked out by Bobby Knuckles the way he did, I think he's gonna be a lot more patient. He's gonna go after the takedowns. He's plus 180. He's plus 185. He's more of a striker, to be honest. But he just got caught in that fight, and I don't see him losing again. I think he was undefeated, and then he suffered a couple losses. Let me see. Yeah, he just got back in the win column against Robert Whitaker. Orly Alves did what he was supposed to do round one. Andre Muniz did what he was supposed to do. Bill Hawes did what he was supposed to do. And then he was fighting in Eagle FC, which is Khabib's promotion. He's 3-1 in the UFC. His only losses to Bobby Knox, Robert Whitaker, 7-2 when it comes to TKO, 5-0 when it comes to subs, 3-0 when it comes to decision. Boy, not a lot of his fights go to decision, huh? So, I love the Iron Turtle, but losing a split decision to Andre Muniz is not the best look. Losing to Gregory Rodriguez is okay. In my opinion, he lost to Anthony Hernandez back in 2019. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think Iron Turtle stands a chance in this fight, but I think Ikram gets this one done. I think Ikram finds his way back into the win column, and at you know he's only 32 years old, still in his prime. I think his striking is really good, and I think he's gonna have a good game plan for this fight. Minus 225 money line for Ikram right now is the pick. Why I'm picking Nasrat, just to go back on Nasrat a little bit. I I I know the numbers are similar, but there's so like I know significant strike accuracy is under 50, but he's landing 6.4 strikes a minute. He's beating really good competition. I think Jared Gordon is really good. Um, he's on a 5 fight win streak. It's Everything's pointing towards Nasrat. I think the odds are nice. I think a lot of people are going to look at Killian and see that reach advantage, see that height advantage, and then pick him. He is really skilled, but he's only 25, y'all. So, and then with Ikram, gotta go with Ikram because 7.76 strikes landed per minute is insane at a 65% clip. And the takedown accuracy, you know, he goes after those takedowns. He might not always get them, but he averages at least a sub per 15. So, and he's got the reach advantage here, man. I think Jun Young Park is really good, but I said it. We ain't betting on Asians no more, unless it's fucking Whaley. No cat. Um, Ludovic Klein, man. I don't bet against Polacks, but and Rebecca needs to go to 145 with those fucking T-Rex arms. He's gonna have a 6.5 inch reach disadvantage. Both guys are southpaws. Mateusz Rebecca throws down and he has good takedowns though, man. He lost to Chris Duncan. That's a good loss. He beat Orobai, who's a dog. I mean, came out with like the fucking biggest hematoma ever. My pick here is plus 3.5 for Becky. I think it's gonna be a firefight. I think it might even be a split decision again for Becky because he's always in fights that are just barn burners. Real quick in this one, Walter Walker is gonna dominate. I think Louis Sutherland wins. He's he got lucky and he threw a punch. That's all I'm gonna say. Guys, for this one, Jose Miguel Delgado is a dog. He's 27 with a 5-inch reach advantage. But I think Nathaniel Wood is really good, y'all. He's fought really good levels of competition. He's got 5 point, like both these guys really light it up on the feet. You got one guy 5.66 landed per minute, 7.13 for the other. But man, with that 5-inch reach advantage, I think I gotta go with Jose Delgado. I originally picked a Nathaniel Wood spread plus 3.5, but this fight can end in a knockout for Jose Delgado, especially having a 5-inch reach advantage. And I hope he didn't miss weight because it says 147 here, but uh, he can also switch. It's gonna be a tough fight for Wood. He always comes in as an underdog and always puts up a fight. Ah, yeah. I'm gonna go with Jose Delgado there, but it's probably a no bet for me. Um, Daniel Wood's really tough, plus 3.5. If you're on the Daniel Wood side, I wouldn't bet the money line. I would bet that plus 3.5. Guys, this is a hard pick. We're going with the 39-year-old Orthodox Chris Barnett, Beast Boy. I just don't think Hamdi is worthy of being a minus 575 favorite, so you may as well lay a little bit on a plus 450 dog or plus 370 now for Chris Barnett. Guys, as a maximum, I'm not even gonna lie, I straight up think he's gonna finish this fight in like I would take. I think he's gonna win by knockout. I think he's gonna win this fight inside the distance plus 165 odds there. I just don't think Mitch Raposo is very good, and I think Asa Maxim is very good. So we're gonna throw that out there. Right. So Asa Maxim to win by KO or submission plus 165 odds. We'll put a little half unit on there just because one of the first fights of the night. Also, and then rounding out the card, Jacqueline Amorim. I like her. She's gonna balloon into a huge favorite if you don't do it today. She's minus 395 right now on DraftKings. I think she gets this done. Easy, easy, easy. Minus 5.5 spread on her. She's got the height. Well, they're same in height. She's a little bit calculated where her strikes, whereas Mizuki is gonna kind of go into the fire and potentially get knocked out. Jacqueline Amorim to win by KO is plus 500. To win by submission is plus 100. She's been finishing these girls with arm bars, kind of doing whatever she wants in these fights. So I'm gonna go with Jacqueline Amorim here, minus 5.5 spread. Use it as a parlay piece. Right now it's minus 200. All right, y'all. Let's go through my picks. I got Aspinall to win by KO or submission. I think he gets him out of there. I think I got him to do it in the third round. These are just my picks for Tapology, though, not official bets. Leandra Doba, I do have a couple units on her. But after seeing how big Mackenzie is, I don't feel great about it. But the odds have kind of gone down. But Mackenzie Dern is out here on the fucking beach, just chilling while Leandra Doba's training. I like Andrew Doba in the fight, and I think UFC wants Mackenzie to win. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a split decision. It's a terrible decision, but whatever. I got Nurmagomedov minus 7.5 spread. Already laid the money on him. I'm gonna go with Almeida decision, although I do think he can get knocked out. We're gonna go for Rakic. He's got 7 inches of reach or 8 inches of reach on Azamat. Azamat's a beast, but he's got to go to 185 if he's gonna be dealing with those kind of reach disadvantages. Hapcrest, I love him to win. He's on a 5-fight winning streak. I don't see him. losing this fight, even though Killian's really good. Askarov, I think, gets the Iron Turtle out of there or wins a really convincing decision. Rebecca, Polish heart pick. I do think the +3.5 is the safest bet on there. Walker, I like Walter Walker a lot in this fight. I think he's improving his striking. The Bresky loss was a bad look, but since then he's been on fire. We're gonna go with Delgado by decision, but he definitely has the tools to knock out Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood's just really fucking game and really strong, like really just he's not there. He's not there always to be hit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but +3.5 isn't a terrible bet on Nathaniel Wood because he is pretty durable. I'll take Barnett. I'll take Beast Boy here. I like the odds, and I just Hamdi is. I mean, if it's a close fight, he'll get it because it's in that part of the world, and his name is Hamdi. But you know what I mean. But yeah, um, it's more of a heart pick right there. I just want to see Beast Boy win. Maxim, I like him to get the knockout, or I like him to win inside the distance. I already have a bet on him to win by KO or submission double chance. And Amorim, I think she gets the submission late in the third round. If not, I say you go -5.5 and get -200 odds. Use it as a parlay piece. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Um, long live Sway. Um, let's go fucking Bears. Hopefully I drop some NFL shit for y'all. And then I think Marco's gonna be dropping some NBA shit, NBA stuff. Put a future in part of my take, shout out them. For Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, parlayed with Ohio State to win the college football national championship. All right, y'all. Best of luck to y'all. Win some money this weekend. Card starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow if you're in Chicago. Starts at 7 a.m. if you're in LA. Crazy. Maybe 6. But yeah, peace, y'all. Love. Thanks for the support. Share. All that stuff.